Getting thousands of daily views on Pinterest starts by figuring out the perfect niche. You could pick something like best umbrellas or how to eat chocolate ice cream in winter without getting a cold. But as a Pinterest marketer for over 2 years, I recommend choosing a niche that's low competition, profitable and popular. Greetings pin people, Rylan here, and let's check out the 9 best Pinterest niches in 2023. But why choose a niche? Well, search engines have an algorithm that determines what your account is all about based on the content you put on the platform. Then, it shows your pins to those people who are somewhat interested in your content. Your job is to carve a clear path so that the Pinterest algorithm can find your content, analyze it, and show it to most people who are interested in your content. But by choosing multiple niches in the beginning of your journey, you're confusing the Pinterest algorithm, and that's why most people can't really grow a Pinterest account. If you're a beginner Pinterest marketer, stick to 1 or at most 2 Pinterest niches. As and when you grow your account, you can always branch out like Groot and add additional niches to your Pinterest account. Okay, now time for some juicy statistics. As of 2022, there are 67 females, 24 males, and 9% in the unspecified gender on Pinterest. That means creating pins for the female audience would be much easier than creating pins for men. Pinterest gives us access to audience insights, where you can find out insights on your account as well as all active Pinterest users. You can also compare your data with Pinterest users all over the globe and tweak your Pinterest marketing strategy if needed. Audience Insights gives you an ideal view of what your target audience will look like. You can create blog posts, pins, pin titles, and pin descriptions using these stats in mind. For example, I want to create blogs in the travel niche, but I'm not sure where my core audience lies. With the help of Audience Insight, I can find out that most of the users on Pinterest are females in the age 25 to 34. This audience would most likely be interested in the travel pins I put on the platform. You get the point? With that in mind, let's get into the best niches for Pinterest in 2023. The first niche on the list is travel niche. Travel searches on Pinterest have grown over 60% year over year, and the keyword dream vacations destination has showed an increase of 482%. People prefer using Pinterest and plan their vacations to the T. As a creator, you should spend time crafting the best travel plans and tips, find iconic destinations, and create helpful and attractive Pinterest pins for your audience. Here are some travel niche ideas you can use to create blog posts for your Pinterest pins. Take a screenshot. Next up on the list is food and drinks niche. Have you browsed through some of the food recipe pins on Pinterest? You'll find yourself extremely hungry even if you ate a 500-calorie chicken cheeseburger 30 minutes before. That's why I think food and drinks niche is one of the best Pinterest niches out there. Pinterest makes it easy to look for new and creative recipes to cook, but if you're just starting out, I recommend niching down and catering to a specific audience. Something like paleo diet or Indian diet. Hey, I'm Indian by the way. Pinterest marketers in the finance or marketing niche end up entering the food and drinks niche simply because the potential here to grow is tremendously huge. The food and drinks niche is all about clicking the best high quality, amazingly edited and mouth-watering image that directly speaks to the people looking at your pins. If you really want to get good at photography, I recommend taking up a Skillshare course, something like Fundamentals of DSLR Photography or this food photography course. I'm currently taking a course by Ali Abdal on tripling your writing speed. Right now, I'm at 66 words per minute and I want to take it up to 100 words per minute because I think typing is a very cool skill to have. Skillshare also has courses on Pinterest marketing and possibly every other skill you can think of. So, if you want to get access to thousands of professionally made courses and you want to level up your photography, Pinterest marketing or typing speed like me, you're in luck because Pinterest is offering 30% off their premium plans. The link to that will be in the description below. If you can click great photos and edit them like a pro, your chances of getting millions of views on Pinterest increases by 275%. That's not a made up number. Totally made that up. If you want some ideas for your next blog post and Pinterest pin, check this out. Next up on the list is fashion niche. In the first quarter of 2022, Pinterest had over 431 million monthly active users, from which fashion niche was one of the most popular ones. Women's fashion is growing faster than men's fashion, but the latter is slowly picking up pace. I don't recommend entering the women's fashion and men's fashion at the same time because the audience market for both these are completely different. So pick one that you're more knowledgeable about and build an audience around it. Here are 10 ideas for your fashion Pinterest pins. The next niche on my list is the beauty niche. Having a clear face and a good skincare routine is something everyone is very interested in. The skincare and makeup niche is more suited for women as there isn't too much buzz about men's fashion, but if you're into men's fashion, there is some potential to grow and you should definitely pursue it. Here are your 10 beauty niche pin ideas. The next niche is close to my heart and is the home decor niche. Thanks to Pinterest, you don't need to hire expensive interior decorators to design your house. Pinterest has amazing ideas for basically every room in your house. It is so satisfying to look that sometimes I keep on drooling at these Pinterest pins for hours and hours on end. Not kidding. Millions of people use Pinterest to come up with creative ideas for their living room, work from home rooms, or to decorate a room on a budget. You need to put in a lot of work to come up with creative ideas to decorate your home for small spaces, large spaces, work from home office spaces, decorate on a budget, and so many other things. But if you're into all of this, you should definitely consider entering the home decor niche. Check out some example pin titles in this niche. Next up on the docket is crafts and DIY niche. 85% of Pinterest users prefer using Pinterest when starting out a new project. If you're good at creating things from scratch, like the Santa Claus I made using quilling paper, then the crafts and DIY niche will be a good fit for you. You could teach people how to knit, make a rocket paper launcher, DIY home supplies and accessories, or simply something best out of waste. People are making the most brilliant looking crafts out there using commonly used things at home and getting thousands of views every day for that. The key here is being super creative, being moderately good at video editing, having some amazing Pinterest pin ideas, having eye-catchy Pinterest pins, titles and descriptions, and teaching people how to do something in very simple words. Here's a list of ideas you can start working on in the crafts and DIY niche. According to the data provided by Pinterest, most users on Pinterest are in the age group of 25 to 34, and just as you're interested in being a better person, they are interested in being better parents. Parenting niche is quite popular on Pinterest, and although there are a lot of pins in this niche, if you're willing to understand the problems parents face on a day-to-day basis and can come up with effective solutions to tackle it, you can easily be one of the top creators. Here are your 10 parenting niche pin title ideas. Also, I didn't have anything to wear or show you here like the Santa Claus I showed you before or any of the other showpieces because I'm not a parent, but if this helps, here's a picture of a baby seal and their family. You're welcome. The next niche on the list is the personal development niche. Who doesn't want to grow themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically? Yeah, this needs to grow. It's a no-brainer that personal development niche is one of the most popular niches out there. Humans, including you and me, constantly find ways to tweak our lives to be a better, more productive version of ourselves. Creators like Ali Abdaal, Thomas Frank and Matt D'Avella have based their entire careers on personal development and growth. And even though it seems saturated, a fresh perspective and creative style are all you need to shine bright. Second principle in how to win friends and influence people says, show respect for the other person's opinions. With that in mind, let's check out the 10 pin titles for personal development niche. The last niche on the list is finance niche. Now, finance is not the most popular niche on Pinterest, but it is a highly lucrative one. I talk about personal finance on my Pinterest account and I've managed to do pretty well with my Pinterest. People all over the globe have money problems. Some don't understand how to save it. Others don't understand how to invest it. Your job is to help people by sharing your financial knowledge with them. If you can solve their money issues like budgeting, investing, or making more money, you can be one of those popular creators in this finance space. Also, if you haven't yet, read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a classic finance book. Now quickly check these 10 finance pin title ideas. Take a screenshot if you wish to. All the niches in this video are not scientifically proven to be the best, but are based on my observation as a Pinterest marketer for over 2 years. The best way to identify if there's room for growth in a particular niche is by checking other Pinterest marketers in the same niche. Let's pick poetry niche as an example. Type poetry in the search bar and select people to find Pinterest profiles, then hit enter. What we're trying to do is identify if these niches are good for us by looking at monthly views. Now the question lies is should you niche down further on Pinterest? Niching down on Pinterest basically means taking up a niche like finance and narrowing it down further into budgeting tips or investing tips. So, should you niche down? Well, the decision is yours. If you think niching down can help you reach your audience faster, by all means, go ahead. But if you think by niching down you won't have a large enough audience, don't. You could start by niching down and seeing if Pinterest is giving you enough audience and growth potential. If you're not seeing any good results, try broadening your niche. Choosing a niche is an important decision, but don't spend too much time worrying about it. Write down things you're good at and figure out a way to share them on Pinterest. Create valuable pins, keyword-centric titles and descriptions. If you're using original photos, learn professional photography skills, preferably from Skillshare, link in the description, and just get started. Once you've figured out your niche, the next thing on your to-do list should be to create your very own Pinterest pin template from scratch. A pre-made template makes creating new pins faster and easier. Lucky for you, I've laid down exactly how I do that in this video. I'm pretty sure it's a good one. It's a good video, right? Shit.